Hey, so you guys, I'm doing it. I am finally doing this thing. Guess what? So I have created a podcast. I'm not going to be doing anything different than what we already do on Facebook, y'all. I just figured this will be a platform that we can actually talk about it in the moment, or I can record these podcasts, and then what we can do from there is maybe y'all can hit me in my email. I'll share all of that information. I even designed my own website, y'all. But you know what? I still need some help because it's not right. So as soon as that's up, I want to share that website with you guys. Y'all can ask some questions in the email link. However, there's also an opportunity for us to talk one-on-one or two-on-two or 4, 5, 20, however many there are that are listening or talking, discussing. We can do all of that together. So that's why this podcast has been created. Now, what y'all gonna see me do? Y'all know I got a script for you. I wrote a script. Yeah, I did. However, y'all know I don't like to read. Well, I do like to read. Let me dial that back. I love to read. I'm an English teacher. Of course I love to read, but I only want to read the stuff I want to read. You know what I mean? However, that being said, I'm going to read a little bit to you because I don't want to miss some of the stuff I want to share with y'all. Y'all, we going to get this thing popping. Look, we about to have some conversations. Yeah, we're going to talk about some things, some life stuff. Now, I did click, when I created this podcast, they gave me the option of choosing either explicit or clean. So I'm kind of going to be somewhere in between. You like that rhyme? Explicit or clean. Going to be somewhere in between. And I say that, y'all, because listen, when I'm teaching your students, trust me, your children, I should say. When I'm teaching my students, aka your children, I am 100% professional. I am 100% respectful, and my language is 100% filtered and censored by myself because I must do that in front of the students. I have to be that role model. But y'all, we grown, okay? So I'm not teaching right now. I'm sharing right now some life lessons that I've learned, some stuff that I hope y'all can help me figure some out. And what that means is to really emphasize a point. Y'all might hear a curse word, curse, tomato, tomato. Either way you sum it up, those things might come flying out my mouth from time to time. Don't judge me. You know me. Judge my heart. Don't always judge the words that come out of my mouth. Please. Thank you. Let me read this to you guys. So, this podcast is called Altered Image, spinoff from Poise Fitness, which is also still in effect. So, if you guys need some counseling, guidance on personal training, nutrition consultation, guess what? I got the paperwork for that too. I am a professional in those arenas as well. So I got you covered. But for right now, we're going to talk about life. We're just going to talk about the stuff that might be a little bit taboo to some folks, but to us, it's just life. And we're just going to talk about it and come up with some solutions, come up with some perspectives, some opinions. Some of us are going to agree with each other. Some of us are not. That's okay. We're going to leave space to embrace all of it because it's all important, It's all important. Here we go with the read. Y'all ready? Hello, fabulous folks. Welcome to Altered Image with Miss L. Yes, I'm Miss L. I got a podcast on why I call myself Miss L. I'm not Miss Man, even though that's what it says, Anita Man's Studio. I'm no longer Miss Man. I'm a grown woman now, so I don't carry my family name anymore. And I'm no longer married, so I'm not really Miss Linville because my ex-husband might decide he wants to get married again at some point, and I cannot claim to be Mrs. Linville if somebody else is going to be Mrs. Linville. So that's not me either. Simply, I'm Miss L. I tell my students all the time, sometimes that means laughter. Sometimes that means life. Sometimes that means, just doggone loud. Because sometimes I'm just loud I have reasons to be loud, but I'm loud. Guess what it always means? Miss Love, 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 love. Because I got love in my heart all the time for everybody. And I mean that, y'all. I can say that as a Black person who lives in the United States of America, I truly have love for everybody. I will talk about that too. It wasn't an easy love to ascertain It was not an easy love to gain. However, it is authentic, it is real, it is grounded, and it is true. I love all of you. I really do. Oh, look at that. I'm a wordsmith today, aren't I? Might have to hit up who's hot and popping a rap star. I don't even know. The kids know. I don't know. Ice Spice. Somebody, they told me about Ice Spice. I thought they were Spice Girls, but that's a different story. All right, I'm going to read. Here we go. Hello, fabulous folks. Welcome to Altered Image. This is my sister project to Poise Fitness, which is my nutrition and personal training business. I started this podcast to create a dialogue where we can navigate through the messy and beautiful aspects of life together. We're going to do this thing together. Keeping it real, y'all. I'm going to keep it real on all topics. I mean, all topics. I don't care if we're talking about lesson plans, if we're talking about exercise, food, or sex. I'm going to keep it very real. Guess why? I am 53 years old. You guys, you know what that means? I have paid my dues to society, which means that I have how can I say it? I like to call it, I have a pathway to the truth that I'm going to share with you. See, my age and my wisdom has garnered me the opportunity to say what I will say, how I will say it, when I'm going to say it. Did I say how I'm going to say it? Okay, because that's important. You need to know how. So I am keeping it real on all topics. This Black lady discusses the intricacies of everyday life. That's going to be inclusive of y'all education. I'm a teacher, and I have some thoughts about education, the way we teach our kids today. And specifically, those thoughts are going to center around old school teaching. I'm an old lady, but I'm not an old school teacher, y'all. There is a such thing as 2023 teaching. We'll talk about it. Don't worry about it, not yet, but we will talk about it. All right, let's see what else we have. It's inclusive of education, love, and controversial topics through love, unfiltered truth. I'm humbled by grace, y'all. I am appreciative of love, acceptance, hardship, and understanding. Ironically, you guys, hardship has made me a lover of people because through my struggle, I have seen some other folks struggle and I have gained a big whoop toop de doop of respect for individuals who really had to face a hard obstacle, who really make it their intention to get through that obstacle. Now, I'm talking about me, but I'm also talking about some other folks that I've met along the way, and those people have been inspiration to me, y'all. Like, I've seen some people struggle and go through some stuff that's hard to struggle and go through. You know what I mean? So always remember, and sometimes it does not make your situation better, but somebody else got some serious situations that they're having to navigate through as well. So when you look at yours, I'm not saying do a compare and contrasting assignment with this whole realm of thought. However, what I am asking you to do is grab that thing by the cojones and get the shit done. See, I told you it's one of those words. Ooh. But I'm using shit because I need you to garner, get, ascertain the emphasis that I put on how important it is to get through your hard parts. You got to get through it, y'all, because honestly, you really need to look at it from a black and white perspective. Now, I don't mean racial black and white. I just mean the colors black and white. It is either this or it is either that. Either you stay where you are in your hard circumstances, or you go through the struggle to get it done. Because guess what's going to happen? As you go through that struggle to get it done, it's going to get done. You're going to be able to move forward from where you were, and you're going to be able to tell a different story. But as long as you stay stuck, I'm going to tell y'all right now, stuck is where you're going to stay. You got to get up from under that. It starts here, and I know the memes say it all the time. I know the motivation, the memes, MEMES, the memes, the motivational quotes. They're short snippets of really grounded and intense and applicable advice, y'all. I'm only here to ground some of those things that we hear all the time in social media, because I need to give it a real perspective. See, they are very quick to tell us this is what you should do: A, B, C, and D. All right, that's cool, but how do I go through getting A, B, C, and D done? Like, I need some instructions. So, y'all, I'm not a counselor. I'm not any of those things. I'm not a therapist, no counselor, no psychiatrist, none of that. You know what I am? A person who's coming at you to collaborate with you on some real life experiences that I've grown through. And I don't know, maybe some of the growth that I have been able to have or ascertain. I like that word, ascertain. I got to get me another word. Anyways, some of the growth that I've gone through, some of the growth that I've been successful in gaining through my experiences have encouraged me to do just this, y'all. Because no one told me how. They didn't tell me the how of getting through the hard part. They told me why I needed to do it. Well, Anita, if you don't get through this hard part, you're going to stay stuck, Anita. If you don't get through this hard part, Anita, you're going to be singing the same old tune tomorrow, the next day, and the day following that. However, but how do I get there? Y'all, let me tell you something right now. It's a simple concept. It starts with a decision, y'all. That's it. You got to start with the decision. You got to make the decision that you're going to get through the hard place and you're going to make it better for yourself. And listen, you need to tell yourself the truth while you're making the decision. Don't tell yourself, oh, I'm going to go ahead and knock this out. It'll be all right. It is going to be all right. Is it going to be difficult? Yes. Yes, it's going to be hard. So go ahead and fix your brain to knowing it's going to be hard. But guess what else? Y'all are built for this. See, now, I'm going to be the first to say it. You all, I'm not, well, those of you who know me know this, but I'm going to say it out loud and proud. See, I'm not a religious person at all. I'm not. I'm not. If I were to practice structured, organized religion, it would be that of Buddhism. Buddhism, did I say it the right way? Because that is probably the religion that aligns most with my mindset. If there were such a religion at all, it would be Buddhism. Buddhism, it would be that. However, since I'm not engaging in organized religion, let me ground this for you. I am super spiritual and I have a relationship with God. Let me tell y'all, I'm not even going to talk about that because that belongs to us. But let me just say this. Yeah, we talk about a lot of things together. God did not create you all to go through something that you were not built for. Okay. Now, you might say to yourself sometimes, Lord, why you let me go through all this? Like, why am I going through this? I get that. I feel that. And sometimes God and I have that conversation. Look, Lord, I know I'm strong. You made me that way, but I'm kind of at my breaking point, and I'm going to need a little bit more guidance in this situation. You all ask for that guidance because He's going to give it to you. It may not feel the way you want it to feel in the moment that you want it to feel a certain kind of way. Does that make sense? Like in the moment when you say that prayer, y'all know it may not be immediate. It may not be tomorrow or the next day after. But number one, I know this, and I know this from experience. This did not come from the Bible. This came from my own experience. God will not forsake you. Even when it feels like He hasn't. He hasn't. Y'all got to get through the hard part to get through these lessons so you can be strong. And I'm going to tell you, these lessons are designed to make you strong, y'all. This is a lesson of strength. Strength. Get that lesson. All right. Stop harping on the hard part. Yeah, we know it's hard. We have already established that. We know that. All right. As we like to say in my culture, or all right. We know it's hard. It's supposed to be. You got a lesson. One thing I'm going to leave you with before I sign off. Please understand this. Now, this is experience talking. This ain't coming from anything else but straight experience. You guys, the larger or however large your ambition is, the bigger the ambition, the bigger the struggle to get there. Understand that. Trust me, the bigger that ambition is, this huge dream that you got, this huge dream that you want, the universe is going to test you. The universe is going to say, God's going to say, oh, I hear you. And trust and believe I'm with you, child. You deserve all of that. Oh, but you're going to work for it. Because I built you that way. I built you to be a pillar of strength so that when you go into this big dream, when you master this big goal and this big ambition becomes your reality, you're strong enough to go through it, get through it, implement it successfully. That's it. So when you understand that your hard journeys, your challenges are truly and grounded in God's intention of empowering your strength, oh shoot, well then all of that hard stuff suddenly becomes not so hard after all. Because see, you have to remember who you are. You got to remember who you are. You God's child. See, he built you for this. So what you're going to need to do is pull up your big girl or big boy drawers. It's time. It's time to hit the pavement. Garner your strength. That's your armor. Put it on. And go out into the world and make it pop. Pop. Do that. See, I do that every single day. You know, people ask me, girl, how are you walking around with smiling all the time? You a teacher? You teach teenagers? What? And you love it? What's wrong with you? Girl, how do you? Because I'm built for it. God made me this way. Because I understand the assignment. See, you understand that? I understand my assignment. As should you guys, y'all. I can go on and on and on. I'm going to go ahead and ground this podcast. How many minutes we have? I was going to try not to do 20 minutes, but y'all, 20 minutes is what it is. I will promise you this, though. I know we busy. We busy. Let me speak my English, my proper talk. No, I'm not going to speak properly because I ain't working right now. So when I get in the classroom, I'll clean it up. But for right now, y'all, listen, I know we busy. I ain't going to keep you on for 20 minutes every time I do this podcast, but I guess I had a lot to say. So I'm not going to censor myself and I'm not going to censor you. But what I will try to do is when I upload them, I'll leave like a little snippet that'll say, this podcast is 20 minutes or 10 minutes. So if you guys have the time, check me out. And if you don't, come check me out when you do have the time. So I will upload all of this. I am going to be on this platform called Riverside, which is attached to my Spotify because I like to talk to you guys. And so I don't like to just talk to a blank screen. And although I'm doing that, at least if I see my face going back and forth, I can pretend like my face is someone else's and I can pretend like I'm having a conversation with you guys. So it feels a little bit more genuine, authentic, and real and true to me and the person that I am. So, how often? I'm not sure because, school's starting and that's a whole nother, that's a whole different discussion. I am going to try to do this at least 3 days a week. I'm thinking about Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays because Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, that's just not going to work. And then what I'll do is I'm going to share all this stuff to my social media. So you guys on my Facebook, y'all will have that. For those of you guys who are not, I'll just send it through the email or what have you. We'll figure it out. At the end of the day, you guys, I'm hoping that we can really have some really grounded conversations about some real life issues and we can collaborate together like we'll talk together. All right. So that said, that's the conclusion of my first podcast. You are here at Altered Image live with Miss L. sister company of Poised Fitness, sister entity of Poised Fitness, sister thing of Poised Fitness. All right. That was fun. I hope that this will make it to a bunch of ears. You guys, listen. Now, I'm going to just keep it very real because that's all I do. I mean, I'm not asking for a dime. Nope. Don't want you to send me not near a dime. But I am going to ask you, when I get stuff uploaded, please click subscribe. Please, please click the button because it's that button that could possibly get me paid for doing what I love to do in addition to doing what I love to do. So, if I can make a few coins by talking to you guys, that's cool. That's cool. That'll work. But if I can't, that's cool too. Let's just talk. I do it on Facebook anyway. So again, not looking to make any money, but I would love to get some input from you guys. And so I figured this would be a good platform to do it. All right. Live with Miss L, the altered image, the unfiltered truth, coming to you Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Haven't figured out a time, but I'll let you know. Love you. I mean it. I'm looking at myself saying it. I love you too, Anita, but I love all of y'all out here who are also looking at me. I love y'all and thank you. Y'all, self-love is important. We're going to talk about that too, y'all. That self-love is the key to everything. Oof, that's another topic. All right, I'm out, y'all. Have a great day. See ya.